Okay, I'm Vaughan Wellington on the yacht Viking, and I'm a keen supporter of Five Gyres. I think they do fantastic work for the millions and millions of tons of plastic that goes into the ocean every year. What we're doing with Five Gyres, they have designed the trawls, and these fold up very, very small, really, considering what it is, and they fold out like this very easily, and there's a pin that goes through. So there's your water column, and this water column is supported by these two wings, and it is naturally dragged through the water like so. But it's necessary to pole out so that the trawl is away from the wake of the boat. As you can see, there's a long bag attached to this and a cod end, and the cod end is fairly small, but this collects quite a lot of plastic, and I've been doing this for nearly 5 years, and every trawl, sometimes once a week, sometimes once a month, but every trawl has had plastic. And I've been in the Mediterranean, the Atlantic, the Caribbean, all the way down through Panama and across the Pacific, and every trawl has got plastic. Even in the most remote locations, you just wouldn't believe. Basically, what we've got in here is pumice and large pieces of plastic. Look at that. This is the sort of stuff that is floating in the ocean, and a lot of it has broken down. Now this is halfway between Tahiti and Rarotonga, so it's a very remote location. And here we are, masses of plastic. This data that we collect is very, very important for Five Gyres. They analyze the samples, and they then start lobbying government seriously to make the legislation change so that people stop putting plastic into the ocean. Traveling across the Pacific, we were visited by a blue whale who came up behind the boat, rolled 2 or 3 times, zigzagged, made himself aware of what we were doing, trawling at the time. And these are the creatures that are filter feeders. So they're going to suck in the plastic. We've already had quite recently 2 whales dying in Europe full of plastic, and it's a matter of time. We need to do and legislate and stop people putting plastic in the ocean, because as soon as plastic gets in, it absorbs the toxins out of it, onto it and into it, and then the net effect is you have toxic plastic breaking down into micro and nano pieces, and aggregating plankton, and the fish eat it, the birds eat it, and we've got a very serious situation. So there are 2 types of trawls. There's a slow trawl, which 1 or 2 knots, called a manta trawl, and these slow trawls, a yachtsman can easily store. The essential thing is these are fast trawls. They do it at 6 or 7 knots for about 5 hours. And I think they get a better coverage in the ocean than 1 or 2 hour slow trawls at 1 or 2 knots. So that's the situation. Please contact Five Gyres and ask for a trawl. They've got heaps of them, and they're supporting yachtsmen, and they're supporting the analysis of plastic in the ocean. Okay.